Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I have a new book to show you this evening. This is a junk journal that I made for a friend of mine who requested a new junk journal. I had made one for her a while back and she's almost done with that one and she asked me to do another one. So of course that was my pleasure and privilege to do. She requested primarily yellow, blue, and green in colors. She likes any colors, but those are her favorites. So I tried to include a lot of things with yellow, blue, and green. And also, she likes nature-themed, cutesy nature things, gnomes, hedgehogs, foxes, fun little whimsical, maybe is a good word, type illustrations. So I tried to keep primarily those things in mind, attaching a couple verses from the Bible that she likes. So I'm hoping that I have the camera situated in a good position. I think this is okay. I hope it's not too bright. So on the cover, I just selected some of this lace. Other YouTubers have talked about Mattis Lace Company. You can find that on Etsy, and they send you a big bag of lace for like $5. Lace remnants. So I use those a lot when I'm junk journaling. So this pink piece I just used to tie it, and I thought that would be a good opening and closing thing. I really like the stretchy elastic or a piece of lace like this or a ribbon, just because you can take it off, put it on easily. It's not cumbersome. You don't have to wrap it a certain way. And as I have mentioned before, I don't have a lot of luck with attaching the eyelets and then a ribbon or whatever through that. I feel like I can get it through and it looks okay, but when I go to hammer it, it's not very good. So this method works better for me at this point. I used some pictures from a calendar. Susan Wingett, I believe, is the artist that did these beautiful, I think they're watercolor or pencil. It looks like pencil here. Of course, then they're printed. But anyway, I love this art. So it's from a calendar that both my friend and I had the same one of. And then on the back, I did another part of the calendar. Includes the Bible verse there. And again, cute little nature themes. Adjust my thing. Okay, so let's take a look. As you can see, I've put lace on some of the signatures. I chose the sturdier ones to sew the laces onto, and all 5 of the signatures have some sort of lace. As you can see, some are bigger, and we'll just show when the book is shut. There's this blue one, this maybe a mauve color you'd call that, the eyelet, this pale blue sewn on with yellow, a creamy lace here, and where is the last one? Maybe that was it. I've lost count. Anyway, there's 5 because there's 5 signatures. So each signature has at least one piece of lace. I found this book actually from a pile of giveaway stuff in our garage. My daughter was getting rid of some of her books, so I took it because I thought the colors were nice. This gray and blue were pretty neutral ish. I know technically blue is not a neutral, but it works that way, I think. Anyway, so it was good. It wasn't quite thick enough to contain the 5 signatures, so I did do my splitting of the spine after I took out the book's inside part. Then I put a strip of cardboard and I glued that on with the flaps from the original spine. I did a couple layers to make it extra sturdy, and then when I sewed in the signatures, they did show here. I chose to cover it up, obviously, because there was just raw cardboard, so I didn't want to keep that looking like that. So I think this looks neat. It kind of looks like fabric. It's a polka dotted pattern, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a fabric-y look to it. So that's the outside. I went ahead and put on Mod Podge to kind of coat the cutouts and just keep it. It feels really nice, real smooth. I don't think it needs a second coat. Maybe I'll do that. And I Mod Podged here as well. It's just slightly away from the spine, but I think it will hold up okay. So, oh, also here I glued on ribbon in the front and in the back to sort of cover the area that was the cardboard that was added. There's just like a little bit of an open spot. It was a really good gutting of the book. It worked out extremely well this time, but you still always have that space where, excuse me, where you can see the parts come together. So I like to sort of disguise that. So I just glued on ribbon. I tried to create here a lot of journaling areas. So for my friend, that's the main purpose of the book, is to journal. But all these cute scrapbook pages, she can also attach anything she wants to. A card, or, you know, I don't know, some notes she might get in the mail, or souvenir paper stuff from some kind of outing. Or it just looks cute to look at. Excuse me, got this tickly cough that's been hanging on. My friend also requested some cute prints, so I tried to select things that I had that fit that category, and I just went out and bought just a few scrapbook pages that fit in the cute category. And then I got this washi tape that was from a friend, but a lot of it I already had. So here's a little clipped on card with a cute little pin or a paper clip. And then I used a lot of my pictures from the flower gardening book that I got last summer. I love the pictures when they're added to the junk journals. These are from Jessica Huffman's I'm a Cool Mom. She had an offer to buy those a while back, so printed those and cut that out. It's just, again, kind of a floral, naturey thing. And here again, that page, purely ornamental, but definitely there to attach things to. And I loved this washi tape here. That's a really pretty light flower, floral pattern, yellow and green. And I always use, not always, probably most of the time, use this ledger paper. The fun thing about a junk journal, I think, is all the variety of things. Having smooth edges, having raw edges, having scrapbook paper, having pictures from books. I also splattered paint on that a while back just to add a little texture. Then I had these Tim Holtz word stickers for Christmas. I got a packet of them that are larger than the normal ones. So I tried to pick out a few of those and add those here and there. Here is the picture from Daphne's diary, and after I read the magazine, which is really cute, I've been using it to cut up and add embellishments to my junk journals. My friend and I have always enjoyed having a cup of tea together, and so I put in some of these adult coloring book tea pages. Cute print there. I thought this, I think these are roses, yeah, it was just beautiful. And it's got that torn look, that's just how it came out of the book when I took it out, but I like the dynamic quality that adds. Some pictures from magazines, more word stickers. Here's a really cute little scrapbook page that I hope you can see. I know my light is kind of bright, but it's cute little birds and plants, flowers. I did a lot of this in the book where I've attached a envelope or a pocket thing here, and then you can flip it open here. So there's journaling space here, and there's journaling space here, and then I put in a little card. Of course, she could write down something on there if she wants to. And with this, this just gives you an idea of how to use the space. Nothing is a definite, so I just put in that card so she could see, oh yeah, I could put in a picture or whatever, or she might want to use that. Pictures from children's books and old nature themed workbook pages. I think these were from like the 60s. They're kind of faded. I picked them at a library book sale, and I love the drawings in them. I think they're really fun. They add kind of a vintagey, old-fashioned look. Cut this out from a paper collection. That was all kinds of seeds and gardening things. So it looks like a seed packet, but it just has a fun little message on there. Slid that in there. And again, the back is blank, so she can write there. And I think she prefers a softer green, but I just used a couple different shades of green because that's what I had available. And then there's poetry pages from a kid's poem book. I have to watch it when I use these book pages because some of them are really bizarre. They're not pleasant at all, but so I tried to pick things that were nature themed and cute for her to use. Washi tape again. Used a lot of washi just to add a little bit of pizzazz to the sides of the pages. Again, I was keeping most of the space for her to journal or to tape things, pin things down. I didn't put anything in there. I need to, but there's a bag, and she can put in more journaling there. And then, again, some workbook pages of kids sledding. Some simple pleasures represented. Washi cutouts from another gardening. It's like a kitchen garden book. Really cute pictures. So my friend likes to be outdoors and enjoy quiet time there, so I added some gardening themed pictures. A couple cutouts here. Isn't that one cute? It says Farmer's Pocket Ledger, and it just is a little card, a little tag that came with one of the sets of paper. I think that's adorable. And here's another garden market theme card. And then I glued this on from Daphne's Diary and added a little adhesive gemstone. All stickers, corner tucks. We've got our favorite Bible here, Bible verse, or one of her current favorites here. And then a cute kids illustration, so just for a whimsical touch. And then I thought this little scrapbook paper was adorable. It had a lot of the things she requested. Hedgehogs, foxes, there's owls and deer and little mushrooms. It's a cute print. It's just adorable. So I did that like that, and then I also made it flip. So there's a little more journaling space there. She can take these out and journal there. Or she can see that she can tuck up some sort of special memorabilia there. My friend is an avid reader, so for fun I stuck in this from an old book I picked up, Visit the Library. She has told me about a lot of books that are now my favorite, like Pride and Prejudice. So when we were in high school together, she was reading that and told me about it, and I thought, oh, that sounds so boring. Well, I read it a little bit after college and loved it, and so if you know that story, you'll understand what I'm saying. Excuse me again. Here's some orange washi, that pattern again, eggs. So as you can see, I've repeated the theme. I don't like to think about too many different things to do all the time in the books. I don't think, I guess I just don't have the time to spend on that right now. So I like to kind of repeat the themes that I do. So corner tucks, washi tape on the sides, bags. You know, I'll pick out my number of signatures and then I'll repeat the kinds of things used in each one so my poor brain can handle it. You know, like an envelope in each of the signatures, a kid's poetry book in each one, a old-fashioned workbook page in each one. And I'll make my 5 stacks and generally have the same kinds of things in each one, but of course the pictures vary, the word stickers vary, the washi will vary. There's no pattern, but some of the same elements, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is what I do to come up with each signature, so I'm not coming up with like 200 plus things for each page. That would bog me down too much. So, smaller envelope glued here, a little card that comes out there. And then cute washi, whenever I could find what I thought might be in the cute print category or nature-y, I use that. More from my flower book. That was the best find. It was like $3 at Goodwill. It's a huge hardbound book with countless pages of flowers, and it just was such a good find. And I love this card. If you are like me, you like things with jars on them. I thought that was adorable. So there is another little fun journaling spot. I will try to page through and not go too much, too slow on each thing for you all. I know you like to move along if you're like me. These are Daphne Diary pages, things I cut out from pages and glued on. I just love the cute little touch that adds. And then these are the clear pockets you can get at, I got them at Target. That's where I heard other YouTubers get them. And it seems like it's at the beginning of the year when they have school supplies, you can find these clear pockets. So again, that's there just to show her how to use it. She can use the space, of course, however she wants. No rules with junk journals, but that just gives her something to work with and maybe gives her an idea of how she can use that little pocket. In the front of each of my signatures, I did some sort of flip up journaling spot like that. I added washi or these little cards or little label type cards. This print I think is adorable. Don't you love that flower design? Paper clips, again, journaling paper, cute cards from those various collections. And as you can see, and as I just mentioned, just a repeat of the themes, cute little things stuck in the corner to make an otherwise kind of plainish spread there a little bit cuter, a little more inviting to write something down. Another one of these CD covers. I got a pack of those for maybe 100 pack on the Walmart.com or whatever it is, like a year or so ago. And then another word puzzle fantasy figure. So she's like science fiction and fantasy stories, stuff like that. So I thought that might be fun. Maybe she will like to do that, or just pitch it. She doesn't want it. More cards, more I keep saying clothespins. Those are not clothespins. Paper clips. Gee, what a brain. That kind of thing. Now you need to put something in there, but she can figure it out. Flip up here. This washi I think is so cute. I love the little floral designs, and so does my friend, so that's fun. And isn't that one sweet? So I'm nuts about you. There's a squirrel. More gardening space. No, more journaling space. My goodness. Too late in the day. That was fun. I like to sew these in, so when you cut your papers down to size for your cardboard cover, sometimes you'll have these strips. I'll fold them in half, sew them in, and then just cut off the excess, and it makes a nice sturdy pocket. It's that more heavy duty, I guess it's called scrapbook paper still. Maybe it's called cardstock, but it's stiffer, so it's a good pocket. Cute washi. I think all the washi's cute. I love washi tape. It's one of my favorite things to use. This is a picture I took of flowers when I was pretty sure this is from when we went to Alaska for my son's wedding about 1.5 years or so ago. So I made extra prints of some of those. I corner rounded them, and I thought that would be a real pretty journaling spot. I slid it in here in one of my husband's used business envelopes, and there, it just pops through and it just looks pretty. This looks wonderful to eat, so I cut that out of Daphne's Diary magazine. I kind of repeated my washi tape themed tapes. They're not all different. There is some recurring use of the tapes, but then a couple times there's some random ones like that. Thoughts. Again, beautiful pages from the flower and gardening book from Goodwill. If you're looking for good pages to use in a junk journal, I'd really suggest going to a thrift store and seeing what you can find for just a few dollars. I have found some really good pages for embellishments. Sunflowers are so pretty. One of my favorites. So I put that little card in there. And let's just kind of page through here for the rest. You can see again, similar themes, but it just all has a little different feel based on the arrangement of the washi, the words added, the order of the pages. Sometimes on something that's already printed like this, I'll like to just go ahead and add a washi tape. And this one I didn't do a really great job on. It's got a little bit of a bump in there, but I think it'll smooth down okay. Then I put a card on top of this envelope because it had a lot of printing on it that wasn't that great. And did I put anything in there? Nope. So I can add something there later. This is a cute, cute washi tape. Can you see the little golden coffee cups, teacups against the floral background? I thought that's so cute, and I love how that gold looks kind of weathered, maybe worn, but adds just a fun little sparkle. And these little deer, it's actually nursery themed scrapbook paper, but I love deer. They've always been a favorite of mine since I was a little girl. And so my friend likes the little cute nature animals, so I thought that would work in there. Always give thanks. Tried to add some cheery things that were fun like that. Another card from this packet was like a farmer's market paper pack that was out maybe a year or so ago. Had a lot of fun elements. And I'm still using it. There's a ton of stuff in there. Again, more cute scrapbook paper. There's all those adorable little forest animals in these library pockets that I got at a local teacher supply store. And then this I took out of my daughter's Rio magazine when she was done. It's got a Bible verse, Deuteronomy 3:16, and then just a nice little saying on it. I've always said, and I think it's true, that going through a junk journal is like a treasure hunt or a feast for the eyes, because everywhere you look, there's something new to look at. And so that's why I like adding the detail, but also leaving room enough for the recipient to add their own details. So as they're working through it, as she is looking at this, I know she'll think, oh, that's cute, I like that, that's fun, but then she can also have the fun of adding more detail, her own writing, her own pictures or memorabilia, and then as she reflects upon it later, you know, it'll be just really, really a visual treat. Now see here, I feel like I left that a little too plain, so I may go back and add one of these washi tapes. I love the florals, especially in the books. And I like this tight print, so I might add something there. But you know, like the balance is sometimes not adding too much. If I add something in one section, I feel like I have to go back and do that to all of them, and then it can really get to be a little bit exhausting. So I think there's definitely a balance that's healthy to have when you're making these, so you don't go crazy trying to do too much on every page. Like I said, that's part of the fun for the person who gets it, to add their own touch. This is a little pocket here. I glued this on and made a pocket out of that. Here's more coffee themed washi tape, which was from a fun kit. This flips open here, more cards. This flips up. She likes gnomes. So I was very happy to find that paper with the gnomes on it. That came in a small, I think it's like a 6x6 pad of woodland forest animals. I found it at Joann's, and I loved the gnome guy. Okay, this I think is adorable. It's beautiful paper, just all those bluebirds. And again, you can probably find stuff to use in your junk journals. This is from an old, like, spiral notebook. I haven't used it all up, so I took some sheets out of it. I've had it for a number of years, and it just adding stuff like that, you'd be surprised what you can find around your house that can go in a junk journal, and it can add a unique little feature. These guys are cute, aren't they? More of the cute woodland animals. And then my husband gets these business envelopes all the time. Sometimes I confiscate them. So here I added another envelope. I glued it on here, Then I sewed it. It's got this pocket or cellophane here that she can access, if you can see, I hope, through the top. Maybe. Let me do it this way. Yes, there we go. So she can add something there that can peek out. Then here, more journaling space there, more here. I left a couple of the strings from when I did the zigzag. I kind of like the scrappy look like that. She's probably, I'm not sure if that's going to appeal to her or not. She might want to trim those, but I left it now for the texture. And she can trim them up if she prefers. Cute clothespins. Gosh, no. Paper clips. There. A heart. I need to learn what clothespins and paper clips are, apparently. Some cute, cute washi tape there. This was kind of given to me, so I've enjoyed using it. It was this. Some of these were just strips. You just pulled them off of the adhesive backing paper, and they just went on. You didn't have to cut them or anything. Quick and easy is usually something that appeals to me. One of her favorite verses, John 8:28 and 29. Jesus answered and said unto them, this is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he has sent. So she likes that verse, and I wanted to include that there. Here's a little dollar store note card. It just, that clip is not real tight, but maybe I'll switch that out while we're here so it stays in. Dollar store is a great place to find embellishments. It's just cute, it's inexpensive, and it just adds a fun little touch. So I put that there again. You know, you could take that out, write in it, and move it around. Gardening. More of these flip envelope things with paper. Kids drawings. Well, not kids drawings. Drawings for kids from a kid's book. Here's a fun little pocket. Another pocket here with a cute bunny. Some paper. And then here is another business envelope with the cellophane window. Here's a little guy relaxing on a hammock. Thought he was a fun little touch. Put a couple different cards in here. This says grocery list. That's maybe not what you're thinking about when you're junk journaling, memory keeping. So I tucked it in upside down just because I thought that bee was cute and worth having him showing versus the grocery list part. Nobody wants to be reminded of their need to grocery shop when you're junk journaling. I'm pretty sure. Unless you just love that. And this is cute. Camera themed paper. And I had these leftover paper ribbons, I call them. It's just folded paper that's sewn just for visual interest. This to me seems like a good place to attach a note card with something written on it, or a birthday card, or a photo, or something. So that just gives it a little more flair. Again, there's a pocket there. This orange themed paper from the farmer's market set. And pretty much goes on and on like that. So here I will show you the way I attached the signatures to the spine was to use this waxed linen thread. I got it on Amazon, as I get a lot of my crafting stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to get it through the holes because it is waxy. It does have a little more stick to it, but when you tie that string, it holds extremely well. And once you have it taut throughout your attaching of it, it really holds. And I love that about it. It's just maybe a little bit tricky threading it at times. I actually didn't have too much trouble this time. And then that flips up there. And then a cup. This is just like from a box of tea or coffee. I think it's Aldi's hazelnut coffee box, maybe. And I just cut that out. Thought, hey, there's a good thing for a junk journal. It's always inviting to see a nice hot drink. That was from a friend who sent me a packet once. I put that in there. And there we go. Word stickers, washi, a repeat of the books used to give it a unifying theme, but all of them just a little bit different so it doesn't get boring to look at. It's not like everything's the same, but the elements are repeated. And then I love this artist. I just think these old vintage books are so sweet. So I just put that in there because she likes cute, sweet things too, and she's a sweet friend, so I'm hoping she will get pleasure out of using this book. I ended with this more, oh, let me slide it over, with this thicker lace. This is actually one lace piece that was manufactured. It was attached already, so I thought that was a good back one. It didn't crowd out the others. It looks nice to end it that way, and it's just kind of there. So it sticks out on the side, but it's not in the front where it covers everything else. So I thought having that larger lace in the back was probably a good idea. This is just a little tuck spot here. Love grows here. It's got a print on the back, so it's probably not a good journaling spot, but it would be a good place to attach something else that's meaningful, or take it out and use it as a bookmark. So there you have it. There is my latest creation. I guess I would call it a floral or whimsical nature themed junk journal. There, how's that sound? I will tie this back on after I add a little bit of washi to that one page that was blank. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed seeing this book. I hope that it motivates you to try junk journaling if you haven't, or even just memory keeping in any kind of book. It's always a good idea. You have something to help you notice the good things in the days. It helps you look for things to be thankful for, to notice those things. It's a great way of memory keeping. It's something to pass on to your family one day, or just keeping like a family record or a record for what's important to you at this point in life. A faith journey, maybe a vacation. I made a whole big book once on our trip to Alaska. So junk journaling, smash book, scrapbooking, whatever you want to call it, it's a great thing to do, and you can find stuff, I'm sure, all over your house to help you get started. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.